OMP Best Path Algorithm. vSmart controllers and vEdge routers perform the best path selection when they have multiple routes for the same prefix. Figure shows the best path algorithm that Cisco SD-WAN devices go through. Let's look at each step of the OMP best path selection in more detail. Prefer active routes over stale routes. A route is active when there is an OMP session in upstate with the peer that sent out the route. A route is stale when the OMP session with the peer that sent out the route is in graceful restart mode. Select routes that are valid. Ignore invalid routes. A route must have a next hop TLOC that is known and reachable. Prefer routes with lower administrative distance. A D on vEdge only. A D is a locally significant value on each router and depends on the OS. Different platforms may have different AD values for different protocols. For example, OMP has AD of 250 on vEdges and 251 on sedges. Additionally, network admins can define floating static routes with various ADs for the same prefix. A D is only compared when the same WAN edge router receives the same site local prefix from multiple routing protocols. A D is not a parameter in OMP, is not advertised, and does not influence vSmart. Prefer routes with a higher route preference value. By default, all OMP routes have 0 preference. This is typically the most often used value when we need to do traffic engineering. Prefer routes with a higher TLOC preference value on vEdge only. TLOC preference is a parameter in TLOC routes, and TLOC routes are not bound to VPN ID. Therefore, changing the TLOC preference affects vEdge's path selection for all VPNs. Compare the origin type and select the first match in the following order: 1. Connected 2, static 3, IGRP summary 4, EBGP 5, OSP intra area 6, OSP inter area 7, ISIS level 1 8, IGRP external 9, OSP external 10, ISIS level 2 11, IBPAP 12, unknown. Compare the origin metric. If the origin type of the routes is the same, select the routes that have the lower origin metric. Tiebreaker: prefer vEdge sourced routes over vSmart sourced, on vSmart only. Tiebreaker: if the origin types are equal, select the routes that have the lowest router ID system IP. Tiebreaker: if the router IDs are the same, prefer the routes with the lowest private TLOC IP address. ECMP: to be considered equal, OMP routes must be valid and equal cost up to step 8 green and blue steps in figure. When there are more equal cost routes than the send path limit value, the controller sorts the best ones based on the tiebreakers in descending order and advertises as many as the send path limit. This is visualized in figure. Note that Cisco vEdge routers install a route in their forwarding table FIB only if the TLOC to which it points is active. Active TLOCs are ones that have a BFD session in upstate associated with them.